Yo, what's going on, Matt Moreno?
How we doing, Angel?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
Good. How was your weekend?
Man, weekend was long but short, if that makes any sense at all. It was pretty cool though. It was good. Friday ended well. Ended it with like 4 showings.
Nice.
Put up an offer. Don't know if it's gonna get accepted, but that's okay. The goal is to get the offer in, right?
Yeah.
Saturday was well. Took care of some things at the house with the family. Handled some paperwork. The usual Saturday, I guess. And then Sunday was cool, except the weather started getting funky out of nowhere.
It's crazy, man. Last week it was like in the 90s, and then now it's look outside and it's all raining, and people are like driving crazy. And
Had to put a sweater back on. And
yeah, I had to put it back on. I was like, wow, dude, here we are. But I guess it's
yeah.
springtime, we need the rain, and so it's good.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. It's funny because like on Saturday or Friday, I guess, when I came out, I was like, oh, look at all the flowers that are all good and popping, looking good. Saturday, you go out, oh, they're still good. Sunday, it's like, okay, it's looking a little dark. They're looking a little droopy looking.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bees aren't around no more when the bees have been there for the past 3 days. So it's weird, man. This weather thing is crazy. We had to go pick up all of the kids' stuff out back this morning because it was like so everywhere. And then I was like, oh, cool. It's already wet. Should I just leave it? But then I'm like, I probably shouldn't. I should put it somewhere where it's dry. So
Teach them a lesson of picking their stuff up,
yeah, right. Because then just leave more of a mess for me to do. But hopefully one day this dude will get with the program. He's pretty good about it though. Not gonna lie. Like in the playroom when he moves on to a new toy, I'm like, all right, go put your other toys away, and then he'll go put them away and do what he's supposed to do. So it's
he's
pretty
still
cool,
a
man.
toddler, right? Like,
yeah, boy's still barely 2 years old, so but he gets it.
it's not like he has a driver's license and he's in high school leaving his stuff all in your yard.
Well, I'll be happy when that doesn't happen because we'll have a talk then.
Yeah.
How was your weekend though?
Oh, mine was good, man. We it was kind of laid back.
Yeah.
Usually we're just busy 24 hours a day, it seems like, with rush, and this last weekend was kind of relaxing. I put a new tree in my backyard yesterday. Our eldest daughter wants to take over my raised bed garden.
Okay.
And so, she's been working on getting it weeded, and she got a good portion of it cleared out. So we kind of sectioned it off, got the stuff that she needs to be able to, have a good start with it. And then I had saw a tree that has like 4 different kinds of fruit on it. So I was like, buying that.
Yep.
Had her dig the hole, and we put it down in the ground yesterday and taught her how to water everything. So it was cool. We had a nice family day,
There you go.
It was
Well,
nice.
now it's gonna get some natural water going in on it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be cool, man. So, what is she planning on taking over, putting in a whole little garden thing?
She's gonna do the whole thing. It's a 16-foot raised bed, and she was just like, "Dad, I want to do this. I want this as my project." So I was like, "Yeah, I don't have time to garden anymore. So let's go. I'll teach you everything you need to know." And she's all jazzed about it, excited. She didn't realize, I don't think, the amount of work that goes into preparing for the plants to be planted, but I think it'll be a nice lesson for her that if you put in the hard work, you really reap the benefit. So
yeah, that'll be cool. I remember when I first tried to plant something, I thought I was gonna be cool and take orange seeds and go and plant an orange tree. And I'm over here thinking that the tree's growing and stuff, and it's actually just a weed that grew up. And I didn't know anything about germinating seeds and doing all this stuff at the time. So I'm over here watching this tall weed grow, and I'm like, let's go. I keep watering it, keep doing it, thinking it's, and nobody told me nothing. They just kind of probably laughed at me.
Yeah.
I was
just like, we're going to have so much orange juice. It's ridiculous.
Oh, that would have been killer though. If it would have happened, it would have been a good told you so moment.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Sure. So what you got going on for the week, man? How's your week looking ahead of you?
So right now, we've got a listing appointment today Just
Sick.
following up with buyers, man. I've really got a lot of buyers that I'm working with right now that they're getting frustrated,
Yeah.
trying to get their offers accepted, trying to get anything accepted is pretty tough. But it's good. We stay busy as possible. Doing a lot of writing, that
Oh,
kind of
that book. You're still working on the book.
Yeah, I'll
Let's
be working on
go.
that for a minute. I'm on like chapter 5, so it might take
Okay.
a little bit, but it's coming out well.
How many chapters you plan on throwing in on there? Just as many until you feel you're done, or?
I've been trying to think about that because when you're doing a project like this, you kind of do a lot of research about averages and what people like and what they don't like, and then you come across people that are like, "It's your book, bro. Just write it." And,
Yeah.
it's like, so you have like this conflict in your mind. Like, I want it to be marketable, obviously. I want it to be informative, but how long is too long, right? When you pick up a book and it's like 37 chapters, do you put it down and pick up one that's shorter? And that really depends on, the ideal client profile that I'm searching for, right? So I think it'll be around 11 chapters, but might be more, might be less.
Right. Yeah, I guess that's what comes in. It's like you get to that 11th chapter and it might be, I could still fit this and this in there, or you're approaching 10 and you're like, well, maybe we should stop here at the 10. That's something that I've always wondered with with book writing or people who write books and stuff. Why does this one have 36 chapters and why does this one only have 8, but they're the same length, or they're, you know what I mean? Like it's one of those things, but that's cool.
If you really look into it, it comes down to word count. So publishers really like, for some reason, a book to be like 42,000 words.
Okay.
And so it just depends on what the breakup of that is. If you have, 2 or 3 page chapters, that might take a little while. You might have a lot of chapters with just a normal average size book. If you have long chapters, less, right? But they want a certain word count in order to market it.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, that's something that I never do. 42,000 words, dude. Yeah. Holy crap. I would freak out on a 1,000-word essay, and now here we are.
Well, you figure each chapter needs to be on average between like 3,200 words and 4,500 words. Okay. So if that gives you an idea of
it does
how the breakdown is, that's kind of what I'm dealing with right now. And then you take all of that into consideration, but obviously you don't focus on it because you're more focused on the information that you're trying to bring across.
Right.
You just need to have yourself a blueprint to be able to get it there,
Yeah. I mean, sitting at chapter 5, I mean, it sounds like you'd be sitting roughly around 20,000 words then, if that's the case. That's
quite a bit. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. That's a lot of knowledge getting put into a book there, especially if you're, it's a little bit about if I remember correctly, a little bit about your, what was it that you said? Kind of how you came across, right? Or how you came up?
So it's about the path of travel that I went through to find success in real estate. And it will be a blueprint for other agents to read it. And
right.
If you do what's in the book, you'll be successful. I can guarantee it.
Yeah.
I was. So
right.
It's just explaining that path of travel to success in real estate.
Yeah. That's good. Well, I personally can't.
Stories about, how it worked out for me from beginning to now.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, dude, I personally can't wait to touch up on it and read it, man. Whenever I get the chance to, I'm sure I'll be the first one hooping and hollering to get a copy of it. So I'm gonna need a signature on it too. A real one, not one from your assistant or anything. I need a real one so that we know.
That'd be messed up, but do it on Saul here, babe. Like,
sign these for me. That'd be funny, dude. So you got a listing appointment coming up today. That's exciting, man.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Standard business.
So for everybody who's saying that, you know, business is hard at this moment in time. I know you said you got to freshen up with buyers. I personally need to freshen up with my buyers too. I need to, you know, do some follow up here and
Right.
work with them and whatnot. What's a good thing that you could throw out there for new agents, seasoned agents, you know, anybody who could use a little help, you know, something you could just toss to them and say, here, try this, you know, this week and see what it gets you.
Just make sure that you're following up with
Man.
every single person until they
Yeah.
say stop. I mean, it's just crucial, especially, you know, buyers that you were showing houses to a month ago, 2 months ago that were frustrated that they might be over that now.
Right. Right.
Get back with them, get them on the phone, email them, do anything, text message them, you know, send them some properties and then call. That way you have a reason to call them. Do anything you can to get back to the top of their mind, because if they decide that they want to buy and they're not thinking about you, they're going to buy through somebody else. So it's
Right.
time to follow up with everybody. I mean, Jim Rohn said it so well when he said the fortune's in the follow-up. That is crucial for your business right now.
Yeah, no, and I couldn't agree even more. And that's why this week, you know, I really need to touch up on everybody and just let them know, hey, you know, we're still here. We could still make things happen type deal. As far as following up goes, you know, we're in the business we're in, and especially within our unit here, we tend to just give everybody anything they need to be successful, you know, free of hand, right? It's just
Right.
it's something we're all working together. We're really here to grow, you know, one another and whatnot. So
Right.
as far as follow-up goes, how many, you know, so they, like you said, you know, the buyer's frustrated, kind of want to pull back. It's crazy you mentioned that, because just this weekend I had somebody tell me, you know what, we're frustrated. We don't want to do this. We're going to hold off for a little bit.
Right.
And, you know, they've been going at it for about a month. You know, we've written up quite a few offers. So, and they're not having no success, but that's what comes with it, you know? And so it's giving them that break, giving them that weekend to think about things, clear their mind, whatever. But, you know, following up is the key. So as far as following up, touching base, how many times would you say you roughly need to touch base with somebody in order to, you know, really, really help them out?
So the statistic is 80% of sales happen between 8 and 12 contacts. So if you follow up 3 times and you stop, you just failed.
Right.
Sorry about your bad luck.
Yeah. Someone else is scooping them up at that point.
8 times and they went with me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But every follow-up isn't just a phone call, right?
Right.
Anytime you communicate with that person, that's a follow-up. If you email them, follow up. You say hi to them on Facebook, you say happy birthday, anything that gets you to the top of their mind is a follow-up. Text message, phone call, email, anything, you know. So don't pigeonhole yourself to just calling people, because that'll get annoying, especially if they're texters.
Yep,
You know?
true. You gotta read the other side. You can't just go at it one way.
You have to talk to them multiple different ways and figure out what their most comfort is when it comes down to communication. I've noticed a lot of times, because I get a lot of internet leads, you know, and a lot of people go on the internet and they want to look at houses on my website and they want to play on their computer. And when I call them and I'm like, hey, it's Matt, I'm all excited, you know, they're like, who? And they're acting like they don't know me. And I'm like, well, you're just on my website, you know, it's got my logo and my name everywhere. And, you know, Matt Moreno. And they're like, I don't know if I know you. And then, you know, I'll email them and they're like, yeah, I really was into this property and this property. And so it's like taking them from being online to being in the real world. It's a process, right?
Yeah. No, it definitely
do that
is
too, though, with your people. You do a lot of online stuff, don't you?
Oh man, always. And you know what? A lot of times the online people, they're curious and they want to know. And that's what, as far as that portion of the business goes, I actually like when they tend to reach out, whether it is through email, phone call, personal message, anything like that. I love when people reach out to ask the questions because I know if I don't know the answer that I'm going to be giving them or that they need, I'm going to find it and then make sure they get the right information, right? But
Mhm.
as just the general questions that come across the board, I love when people ask me questions because that's how much information, correct information, I know that they're getting.
Right.
I hate when someone tells me, hey, or I don't hate it because that's why I'm here. I love being able to help the right way. So when someone comes with me with, oh, this is what I was told, or this is how I know it's supposed to be done. Well, it was like, okay, well, how long ago was that you bought that house or
Right.
tried to buy a house or sold your house? And, where exactly did you get this information? Is it a local person that knows this market? Is it from
Right.
someone in another state? There's a lot of outside factors. So just being able to help draw them the right way and communicate with them. And like you said, whether it's email, because they like sitting at the office, boom, 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 sending emails, or somebody's more of a communicator. I like being on the phone personally. I love phone calls because it's question, answer, question, answer. Are you
Right.
good? Cool. Let's talk later.
Yeah.
you
Texting
know,
takes a while. Phone
Texting,
call
it's like,
faster.
okay, yeah, or you forget to write back. I don't know how many times I'll start writing somebody asks me a question in person, and I'm like, all right. And then I go back and I'm like, okay, I got to make a call real quick. And then I'm sitting there and the text message is open. I'm like, oh, crap, dude, I
Missed that
forgot.
opportunity.
Yeah. Oh, man, why did I not just call you, But
Yeah.
it's one of those things, man. It's all good. So, back to the topic. I know you got an appointment coming up soon, but real quick, back to the topic. You were helping an agent this morning that
Mhm.
when I had talked to you, you were like, oh, I'm sitting down with somebody, gonna help him real quick, then we could jump on. What exactly is it that you were going over? What were you doing?
So he's a new agent to
Okay.
EXP, and I was helping him. We set up his website, got him set up with his Realtor.com profile, Zillow page, uh, and his Google business page. That way, I was just making sure that all of his internet presence was in line. That way, search engine optimization will bring users to his website so he can, hit the ground running. I don't like to see anybody struggle. And
Right.
if I can help them in any way humanly possible, I'm going to do that.
Right. And so that big old word, dude, I'm like fourth grader here, right? So search engine, what was it?
Optimization, SEO.
Optimization, SEO.
It's
All right.
super simple.
What is it? Break it
It's
down real
just
quick.
making sure that all of your online information is the same and correct.
Making
It,
sure everything is correct.
yeah,
Okay.
and it helps the search engine's algorithm to categorize your business, rank your business, and then drive consumers to your business.
Mm.
That's all it is. It
So
sounds like this big old huge word because some nerd came up with it to confuse you, but it's not as difficult as everybody thinks it is. It's pretty easy if you just take it one step at a time. Don't skip any steps. Your visibility will skyrocket online.
right. And you're saying it's very simple. It's not hard. It'll definitely benefit your business, right? Excuse me, I'm kind of burped, but it'll definitely benefit your business.
Yep.
So you're insinuating that every agent should probably take advantage of making sure their SEO is right.
Yeah, I'm not insinuating it, my brother. I'm saying it. It's time. It's time to step it up because
Okay.
if you don't, then someone's going to find me instead of you.
Right, right. And it all comes down to the internet, all the brain waves of the internet doing its thing, right? Sending people the right direction, making sure your
Yep.
stuff is dialed in. So if somebody needed to tackle that and take care of getting their SEO in order, I know you said making sure all your stuff is in line. Is it just that simple?
It really is. You need to go and hit the Google search bar with your name, right?
Okay.
And look at all of the information. That's where you start. Just each one. It'll either be that you don't show up at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you Google Moreno real estate team right now, it's going to show a lot
Right.
because I put a lot of stuff online, right?
Okay.
Um, if you hit Matt Moreno Realtor, it's going to show a lot. If you hit Matt Moreno, it's not going to show much about me because I keep my private life private.
Separate from what you do over here.
So if someone's looking for a realtor, they find me because I'm in there. But
right.
You know, if they're just trying to find me, okay, it's going to maybe be a little more difficult because I am a private person, right?
Right.
You have a private life. Let's keep it private.
Right.
It just depends on how you put the information in. So first off, just Google your name. Whatever comes up, make sure that, you know, there's a lot of these third-party sites, especially if you're one of these people that have hopped brokerages a couple times. You know, I was with a brokerage before EXP, and so they had information on me.
That was something I was just about to ask. Is that something that they should focus on too? You know, if they did
you want to go ahead and get that information off. You know, I know you and I were talking about you'd done some kind of broker discussion or some kind of training where they were talking about any past brokerage you were with, you need to get the pictures off and all of that.
Yep. False advertisement. Like you're no longer with them. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That's something that I did go through a training for. They talked about advertising.
Yeah. So it's crucial that you go through and just make sure all of your information is the same. Your bio doesn't have to be, you know, a book. It can be a paragraph. You know, it needs to be simple. That way, when it goes through the algorithm says, yes, that is the same as that, is the same as that, and ranks you higher. It's that simple.
Yeah. It sounds simple. I know I need to keep touching base on mine because I'm probably on page like 20 or something like that right now. But it definitely is something I need to do. It's a little simpler for the people who just got into the business, I will say, for the fact that, you know, everything that you're getting into and you're bringing to the table, boom, it's all going to be updated and accurate. So for those who just got into the business, don't stress over your SEO, I will say, just because, you know, that's kind of, it's already given. All your stuff's going to be in order, right?
Well, yeah. And when you're first starting out, you're building a business, you're not fixing one.
Right.
So, you know, there's a
correctly.
huge distinction there.
Yeah.
And it's just a hurdle that someone needs to hop over, right? If you're fixing your business, you're going to have like some conversations with some third-party sites sometimes to get your information off of their site.
Right. Word, that makes sense. All right, real quick, I'm gonna let you go. But I got a quick thing. Goals. I want to let you know because I know you'll hold me up to it. So I have I set back a couple months ago, you know, to get my end of year's end of April, right? Got to hit them transactions. I got 4 left. So I got to get those 4 by the end of this month. Well, are we in April yet? We're not in April yet, but by the end of April, I need to get those last 4 transactions. I got to make them happen. So goals, man, end of month. I'm hoping I get somebody in contract by end of week. That'll set me forward. So end of week, man, I'm hoping to get someone in contract. Social media goal is moving forward. I'm starting to get, you know, the gaining that I want. So that's another goal there. But yeah, man, as far as that goes, that's my goal for the week. That bringing up my my buyer list. I want to make sure I lengthen that up, make sure it's, you know, dialed in. And I can't say we because I don't speak for everybody, but definitely top of the line. I work with motivated buyers, motivated sellers, people who actually want to make things happen. So that's what I'm looking to grow on my list. I have a good length of buyers, just I need the motivated ones, you know.
Awesome, man.
So that's goals right there. Appointment, I wish you luck on that. Hope everything goes good.
Sure.
I know it will. I just gotta say it. I know it's gonna be good, but I just gotta say it, man. So no worries. But yeah, man, I'm definitely looking forward to this week. I'm sure we'll link up before the beginning of next week, and we'll definitely see everybody again come Monday of next week.
I just have one more announcement.
Throw it out there.
Janelle has put together an event over at Shanghai Bend Park.
That's right.
April 16th, the day before Easter. It's going to be an Easter egg hunt. There's going to be activities for the kids, vendors, you know, mortgage companies, just services for the community. You know, everybody in Yuba City is invited.
Yep.
And it's just going to be fun. So it's from 12 to 4 on April 16th. And
April 16th, 12 to 4.
I hope to
And
see everybody
location.
there.
Where we at? Where we at? Location
Shanghai
wise.
Bend Park.
Shanghai Park.
Mhm.
Okay. And that is the park right off of Garden Highway.
Yep. On the corner
Yep.
of Garden Highway and Shanghai Bend.
Because I know there's
big
two.
park. You can't really miss it. It's like,
yeah.
you know, a city park. So
Yeah. Well, I know there was two Shanghais. I remember I was brainstorming
so
one time.
one's on the other side of the levee.
Yeah.
From
We're not going back there.
Don't go back there. That's not a place you want to be. Stay on this side of the levee and go to that park because it's really nice. And we're having a huge event. It's gonna be fun.
It's definitely going to be fun, man. And I definitely will be stopping by, and I hope everybody else here will be stopping by. And man, it's all for the kids, man. We'll have some fun, that Easter egg hunt. Yeah, so real quick, are you going to tell me where that golden egg is at? I'm trying to win the big money egg.
She won't even tell me, bro. I'm like, Janelle, dude, show me where that egg's at. She's like,
All right, man. That's what's up. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you jumping on. I love doing this with you every day, or every week, I should say. So we'll definitely do this next week. And everybody, April 16th, 12 to 4, go to the event. It's gonna be fun. Check out all your local people because there's gonna be people there popping up, right? Like little events, yeah, or like little pop-up tents, whatever they call them.
Yep, we've got vendors.
Sick. All right, man. Well, go to that appointment, nail it, slap it down, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, brother.
All right, later.
Bye.